So I started early. I was 19, freshman in college, and worked at a bar. Fell in love with it because, fast money, no responsibilities, and you can work at night and have a good time. Uh, Fast forward years later, I'm moving to management side, doing from Fuegos to Pitch 25 to McIntyre's, everywhere in between. Um, One of the biggest things I learned from the hospitality industry is if 30 seconds is a long time, then 1 minute is a lifetime. So you have to be aware, know who's sitting where and when they got there and what they're waiting for, and they better not be waiting for you. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes than just them handing you the plate or the beverage. They don't think about what it takes to prep those drinks, the ingredients that go into it, filling the ice tubs, paying out your bar back, the whole back of house that they never see that is the most integral part of a service restaurant. My name is Matt Palmer. After 18 plus years of bartending, I now run the fleet department at Classic Chevy doing commercial vehicle sales, and was just recently doing retail sales and moved from there into the commercial side.
Real quick, when you say fleet manager, what does that mean?
So as opposed to your typical retail sales where anybody on the street comes in and needs to buy a car, they do that with the retail guys. I do commercial businesses that are buying 20 to 40 trucks a month and going nationwide with them. So all these work trucks, all those kind of things. You drive down the highway, you see a company doing construction, all those white trucks are sold by us.
And when it comes to the sales process, what's the hardest part about the fleet manager and sales process?
The volume. As in retail, you're just a salesperson. Then you got a finance department, you got a desk manager, you got a finance manager, you got an accounting department. For fleet, we do everything except for the titling. So I have a title clerk, but I do the billing, I do the deal, I build the deal, I do the summary, I get the truck, I wash the truck, I do everything.
I actually got recruited. I was managing Pitch 25, and a guy came in that my buddy was working for him, who also used to be a bartender. And he said, "Man, did I ever tell you how I changed Sean's life?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then he shows me his paycheck, and I was like, "What?" So a month later, I put my 2 weeks in, and I showed up to car sales, and it took about 10 days before I sold my first car. And after that, it was running and gunning and life-changing money. You work just as many hours, but it's during the daytime, which is nice. So no more 4 a.m. mornings, but whole different lifestyle. I was set up for success because I had a good team behind me, but also it was, I was so worn out with the industry life that it was a fresh opportunity. So it was easy to go after it, One of the skills from hospitality is always having an answer for something. Even if you don't know the answer, don't be afraid to tell them you don't know, but tell them that you're going to go find the answer. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Do it the right way, because then they'll come back. So selling cars, similar to serving a table or bartending for a customer, you have a steps of service, and you have a sales process. You got your meet and greet, then you got your presentation, you got to sell the sizzle, and then you get down to the numbers, and after that, it's a yes or a no. Hospitality at some dealerships is very different than a restaurant. Ours, we like to make sure there's a presence up front, smile, shake their hand, the old 5-foot rule. If they're within 5 feet of you, you acknowledge them, say hi. Here, you don't let them make it to the desk without acknowledging them first. You always be aware, know who's around you so you don't say something silly. And just treat them like they're your own people. Because of bartending, the objections I get now are easy. You find the common ground, you make them laugh, you ease the tension. People, it's the second biggest purchase they're going to make in their life. You got a house and a car. A car is a depreciating asset, so it's not a good investment in the first place. But you got to have a car. So the only reason they're saying no is it the product, is it the person, or is it the price? So if you can overcome those 3 things, there's no objection left. Some people come back to a restaurant because of the restaurant. But if you do it real good, they're going to come back for you, whether if you're at that restaurant still, or if you move to another restaurant, they're going to come find you and follow you because they follow the person that took care of them. Customers are loyal if you treat them right. So when you do the job the right way, whether it's selling a car or selling a drink, you do it the right way, they're going to come back to you. In the time that I've been here, what separates the good from the average is knowing your customer, know what they need, know what they want, what is their goal, and help them reach it. Or you can do mediocre work half-heartedly and go straight to the top. Everyone should have to spend some amount of time in the service industry because it really teaches you how to understand people and how to meet their needs. Plus, you really get to bond with the staff and these customers that, you know, they're going out to have a meal, but they can have a life-changing experience by meeting you. So carry that into whatever you do. And also, you know, being aware, being efficient, showing up on time, being honest, do the right thing, whether you're in the service industry or in any industry, do the right thing. And if you carry that with you, you'll be successful anywhere. The relationships I made through bartending are what got me off to a good start when I went into this industry, because those were my first customers. Oh, you're not selling drinks anymore? I'm selling cars. And they want to buy from me because they trust me from before. For outreach stuff, whether it's industry or car sales, don't be afraid to ask for the business. If you do your job right, they're there to give you business. Don't be afraid to ask for it. The big goal for this year is don't die and get more land and more horses.